Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is the Retiree, Episode 11, Bucket List. I promised to tell you about my attempts to do items on my bucket list. Well, here goes. Tell insurance jokes at an open mic night. As you know, I worked in an insurance company for 38 years. Well, I Googled insurance jokes and found, for example, this. 3 people die, a doctor, a teacher, and a head of an insurance company. At the pearly gates, St. Peter asks the doctor, "What did you do on earth?" The doctor replied, "I healed the sick, and if they couldn't pay, I would do it for free." St. Peter said, "You may go into heaven." St. Peter then asked the teacher what she did. She replied, "I taught gifted children." St. Peter said, "You may go in." St. Peter asked the third man, "What did you do?" The man hung his head and replied, "I ran an insurance company." St. Peter replied, "You may go in, but it can stay only one day." By the way, I found this funny, but I read it to a group of 3 friends, and 2 of them didn't get the joke, so I will explain it. Insurance companies are notorious for disallowing claims. For example, a doctor may recommend 3 days in the hospital, but the insurance company refuses to pay for more than one. Hence, St. Peter's is giving the insurance rep a dose of its own medicine, only 1 day in heaven. Capiche? Anyway, I'm rehearsing, back to my character here. I'm rehearsing by recording myself on my phone and listening back to hear if I'm funny or idiotic. I'm not sure I'll have the courage to do the open mic night. Remember, I am Wimpy Wally. Second on my bucket list, tell off my lazy supervisee. I don't have the guts to say it, but maybe if I wrote an anonymous note. I drafted this. Should I send it? Chris, I'm retired now, so I can offer the candor that's too risky when I was employed. Too much risk of the supervisee suing for something. But fact is, you should be ashamed of yourself. You actually brag to coworkers about how little work you can do without getting fired because I'm in a protected class. I don't know how you can sleep at night. Are you actually proud of how you're living life? I know you have 4 children. Have you told them how you work, or should I say, not work? If not, why not? Think, for once. So should I send that note? On one hand, I doubt it'll change them. But just maybe, after initial defensiveness, I'll have planted a seed. I'll think about it. Play in the mud like I did as a kid. I dug a bed to plant geraniums with deep holes. I guess I'm not too old yet. Curate my scrapbooks. I have so many scrapbooks, I never look at them. It's overwhelming. Should I put items that make me the happiest and saddest in just one scrapbook? But I'm procrastinating. Maybe when I have nothing to do or get sick. Get a big screen TV and rewatch my favorite movies, E.T., About Schmidt, No Country for Old Men, Sound of Music, Fiddler on the Roof, and the TV series Novelera, which is about a postman who always wanted to be a ballet dancer. I just bought a 65-inch QLED TV, that's the top new technology, for just $329 delivered. So far so good, but it's heavy, and there are a dozen wires. I'm sure I put at least one in the wrong place, so I hired an installer, which cost almost as much as the TV. But now it's installed, and I love it. Watching The Sound of Music on that? Wow. Do the play-by-play of a basketball game, maybe at my old high school. I need to practice first. As with the open mic night, I've been recording myself on my phone and listening back to see if I sucked. To make it more fun, I pretended I was the player getting commentated. Wally fakes left, darts to the hoop, super slam dunkaroo! Get new pictures for my walls. I wasn't going to spend big on art, even framed posters. What I have is fine. So I got a wall calendar of paintings by my favorite artist, Leonid Afremov, trimmed each to 8 by 10 and put them in cheap frames. I got a 10-pack of quite nice ones for just $24. I put my old art on the street, and all were gone in 2 days. Be in a play. At a local community theater, I auditioned for the smallest role in Noel Coward's Blithe Spirit and got it. I asked the director, "How could you cast me? I've never acted before." She said I was good. But I later found out that in community theater it's hard to find actors to take tiny roles. I was scared I couldn't memorize even my dozen lines, but that fear got me started early. I'm as excited now for opening night as if I were on Broadway, and I like the cast and crew. Putting this on my bucket list was a good call. Walk from Central Park to Greenwich Village and eat at Le Petit Voyage. I am procrastinating on this one. It seems daunting. Another sign I'm aging? Read a book aloud to an audience. I went to my local library and asked if during their weekly children's read-aloud time I could read my favorite children's book, The Giving Tree. The librarian agreed, but said, "Do you know that a library in Colorado banned this book as sexist? The A tree was seen as a woman being taken advantage of by a selfish male. And I thought the giving tree was about the mutual benefit of giving. The world is changing. Another sign I'm getting old. Give a guest lecture at my high school or college? What would I talk about? Insurance? Nah. Aging? Nah. Maybe this bucket list. Even young people should create one and do some of it while still young. And finally, fall in love again? That's doubtful given my track record, so I thought about getting a sweet older dog. I don't want to die before the dog does. In my next post, I'm going to tell you what happened. In any event, that's the Retiree Episode 11 Bucket List. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome you taking a look at any of my 35 books. Perhaps most relevant is Senior Stories, but all 35 are on Amazon. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.